Hey everyone, I'm here to deliver a bit of an update regarding recent developments in the ongoing aftermath of last June's G20 summit in Toronto. You know, the one that saw police assaulting peaceful protesters and journalists, arbitrarily rounding up random civilians like livestock, and conducting the largest mass arrest in Canadian history. Well, there are two interesting stories that I'd like to bring to your attention. The first represents an assault on basic civil liberties by a court, and the second represents an attack on freedom of expression here on YouTube. Alex Hundert is a full-time political activist who was arrested in a preemptive raid on June 26th and charged with 3 counts of conspiracy for allegedly being a ringleader of protester violence. The outrageous part of this situation is the list of conditions that accompanied his $100,000 bail. Along with being ordered to stay away from his girlfriend, who was also arrested, Hundert was ordered to not participate in any political demonstrations. On September 17th, he was arrested for breaking his bail conditions after taking part in a panel discussion at Ryerson University. After being held for nearly a month, he was finally released on new bail terms that not only required him to refrain from attending any public event that expressed political views, but also banned him from speaking to the press. This was effectively a gag order on a citizen that had no credible public safety rationale. His freedom was contingent on agreeing to have fundamental rights suspended, and he is yet to be convicted of the charges against him. In a small move towards sanity, the prosecutor agreed several days later that the ban on speaking to the media was unreasonable. Hundert was arrested for a third time on October 23rd on charges that haven't yet been disclosed. But it seems pretty clear that the police are not trying to make his life any easier, to say the least. And speaking of Toronto police, this brings me to the second topic I want to bring to your attention, which is relevant to all of us as YouTube users. One police officer by the name of Adam Josephs became famous during the G20 protests. He was dubbed Officer Bubbles after this video hit YouTube.
Like bubbles. Cute. I think it makes people smile. My name is a mystery. Oh? No, I have nothing to hide.
If the bubble touches me, I'm going to be arrested for assault. Do you understand me?
Bubbles.
Yes, that's right. It's a deliberate act on your behalf. I'm going to arrest you. Do you understand me?
I understand.
Right, you're going to be in handcuffs. All right? You either knock it off with the bubble. If you touch me with that bubble, you're going into custody. Right?
I'm putting it away.
Right, thank you.
But I would also like to know...
You want to bait the police. Throw that on me or that other officer, and it gets in her eyes. It's a detergent. You'll be going into custody.
I understand.
Do we understand each other?
I do.
And put it away.
I am doing that at this moment.
Right.
I really appreciate
Discussion's
it.
over.
But it didn't end with the funny name. A series of Officer Bubbles cartoons soon appeared on YouTube, in which he arrested Santa Claus, beat up journalists, and committed other such courageous acts in the line of duty. Officer Bubbles didn't much care for the cartoons, or for some of the comments that were made about him. So, he filed a $1.25 million defamation suit that names Google Inc., the username of the creator of the cartoons, and 24 YouTube users who left critical comments as defendants. The lawsuit seeks to have Google disclose the identities of the commenters, and Google sent out emails giving the users 7 days to object. YouTube also removed the videos as requested in the suit, but of course, we all know that the best way to make sure something gets seen on YouTube is to try to censor it. The cartoons have been re-uploaded on multiple accounts, and have since been viewed over 140,000 times collectively. As for his lawsuit, I don't think Officer Bubbles stands a chance. The cartoons are clearly satirical of someone who became a public figure due to his own actions, and he'll be hard-pressed to prove that any comments left on those videos actually did unfair damage to his reputation. In my opinion, he'd be best served to move on and stop bringing further attention to the absurd behavior he displayed last June. Thanks for watching, guys.